Hi everybody, this video is in response to subscriber Jerry Phillips' question regarding the structural differences between dress shirts, work shirts, and casual shirts. And so there's not any sewing in this video, but I did want to go over these differences. You all know I am not an authority on men's clothing. I know how to alter them and I know how to make them. I don't know what goes with what and all the ins and outs. I just, as someone who designs my own stuff, if you like it, do it. If you don't, you know. I used to believe in those real hard rules on fashion and what you can wear with what. But the way things are nowadays, just wear whatever you want, design whatever you want. But there are still those classics, and I understand that because where I worked in South Carolina, those Southern gentlemen love their fashion, they love their colors, and they love their patterns. So I understand that. So before I get started on this video, I just want to say thank you to whoever clicked on my links down in the description box and purchased something online on Amazon, because you guys kept me in the Amazon affiliates game. I've been kicked out twice because I haven't made any sales because I'm not drawing enough attention to those links. Click those links and buy something. Just because those links are for whatever I'm using here doesn't mean that's what you have to buy. If you click my link down in the description box and you say, oh, these are scissors, I have no need for scissors, I'm going to go look for vitamins, or I'm going to go look for socks or shoelaces. When you make that purchase, I get a cut. So thank you for that. You guys have kept me in the game for another 3 months. So I am going to go over in this video the different differences in men's shirts, and these are button-up shirts. These are not polo shirts, these are not t-shirts and that kind of thing. And it was an eye-opener for me, because if you would have asked me my opinion, what's the difference between a dress shirt and a casual shirt, I would have thought, well, fabric and the fit. And that's not true, at least according to these people. So I got off work and I went over to our local outlet mall, and I went to Brooks Brothers because I wanted to go to the highest fashion, the highest, least fast fashion, you know, the more classic stuff, clothing. So I went to Brooks Brothers and they were super nice. The sales associate showed me around the whole store. She answered all my questions. She was very excited, like, oh, look over here, and then look over here, and then look over here, and got all my questions answered. The manager was really helpful. She sat me down, gave me a book to look at, and this right here is this, and this right here is that. And so I got some information. And then when I left there, I went to a bookstore because, you know, you want to check up and make sure what you're learning is correct. So I go there, and what I found was the books I found in the bookstore all referred back to Brooks Brothers, which I thought was interesting. So they are like what everybody compares their stuff to, you know. And then I came home and I went online to find more stuff, and they all refer back to Brooks Brothers. I thought that was kind of interesting. So they're a solid brand, obviously. We already knew that. Okay, so I'm going to be talking about the 3 main types of button shirts, their collars, and their cuffs. So there's the formal shirt, and that is white, long sleeve, and they have the little wingtip collar. That's worn with a bow tie. Then you have the dress shirt, which is semi-formal, long sleeve, button-up shirt that can be worn alone, over an undershirt, or with a jacket. These are appropriate for meetings, work, or even nice events. Then you have the sports shirts. These are commonly Oxford button-down shirts, usually less stiff collars and with bolder colors and prints. Now, what the lady at Brooks Brothers said is that the difference between a dress shirt and a casual shirt is basically the bold colors and prints. So that's the difference. Now there's something that was mentioned in the sports shirt that I wanted to address, because I hear people using two terms interchangeably, and I don't know if they mean, if they're trying to use them as the same thing, just a different way of saying the same thing, or if they notice a difference. A button-up shirt is a shirt that buttons up, like a full-on button-up shirt. A button-down shirt is just when the collar buttons down. That button-down shirt is referring to the collar, which would imply that it was more of a casual shirt. So with collars, with few exceptions, the biggest difference between collars are the widths, the distance between the collar tips. The straight point collar is the most narrow and is the traditional collar. So when you go to work, just a basic dress shirt is going to have that straight point collar. The semi-spread collar is similar to the straight point collar, but less stiff and with slightly less width. The cutaway collar is a shorter collar. The tips are shorter and more open. The extreme cutaway collar is just that. It's an extreme cutaway of the collar points that creates a horizontal line from here to the top of the shirt band to the other side. The spread collar is similar to the cutaway, but less formal in structure and stiffness. The long button-down collar, originally used in sportswear, is identified by the buttonholes on the collar tips. This is a more casual look. The short button-down collar, because of the shorter collar, it gives a shirt a more youthful appearance. The club collar or the round collar, instead of points on the collar tips, these collars are rounded. The band, this is just what it sounds like. It's just a band, no collar, and is meant to be worn without a jacket. And then again, the wingtip collar, which is just the little tips that are folded down, and you wear it with a bow tie. Now the cuffs, there are two main types of cuffs. You have your standard 2-button. Now the standard 2-button can be either just that rectangular piece that goes around your wrist, and then the angled cuff or mitered cuff is when one of those corners is cut off, and that is usually like right above where the button is. That will be a cut off. And then you have the French or double. Most standard cuffs are about 2.5 inches. A French cuff is going to be like twice that, and it's going to have 4 buttonholes. And when you fold it up, all those buttonholes align, and you use a cuff link with it instead of a button. So I will leave the links to some websites that I found down in the description box so that you guys can see all of this. And one of the websites goes into what kind of bow ties or neckties you want to wear with this, and these are the kind of events you might want to wear them with. So it'll kind of give you those differences. Now, as far as fit goes, that's all preference. That's taken into consider your body size and your preference. Now, I know that the more weight you carry on your body, the more flesh that has to be displaced when you sit. So the thinner that you are, the more fitted you can have your clothes and still be comfortable. So you can have a casual shirt that's fitted, you can have a dress shirt that's fitted. I think you do need to keep in consideration the event you're going to as to how fitted or how loose you want your clothing. So yeah, the fitting is just preference mostly. But again, go ahead and check out those links to those websites below, and I think you'll find it very informative. So that's all I have for this video, and I hope you guys like it. Give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and hit that bell so you're notified when I upload more videos. And all those other videos I talked about doing, I am going to bring those on in the next couple of weeks. I just got back from vacation and trying to get back into my routine, and so I'll get those started. All right. See you guys later. Bye.